All right, guys, so welcome to another video. First and foremost, thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you for liking, and thank you for commenting on my previous videos. Definitely means a lot. And if you guys want me to make a specific video, definitely leave that in the comment section below and I will try to get to that. So for those that do not know, I recently moved into a new constructed home. And of course, when you have a new constructed home in a new community, you want to be secure. And that's what brought us to this video. So let's talk about a home security system that I just installed. All right, guys, so like I said, I just moved into a new constructed home, and the first week or two when I first moved in here, I was getting just bombarded with all kind of people coming to my door. ADT, Ring, landscaping, just ATT, everybody was coming to my door, leaving pamphlets. And of course, I work remotely, so I'm always hearing this doorbell ring all throughout the week. It still happens. I've been in this home for about 3 weeks now, still happening. And so, you know, I knew I was going to get a security system anyway, but it was just about making sure I figured out the right one. So how did I determine to get the Ring Doorbell Pro? Well, First of all, a lot of my neighbors have Ring cameras. I'm familiar with Ring as my grandmother has it. Some of my other family members have it. And since my neighbors had it, I figured, okay, let's think about staying in the same ecosystem. ADT came to my home. They supported Google Nest. They wanted to charge a decent amount of money to get everything installed, which was not that bad. It wasn't really bad at all, but the monthly subscription price was a little pricey. Wasn't sure about that. And as well as I wasn't sure if I even owned that equipment. It seems like they may still take that back if you were to ever cancel your subscription. So I didn't like that. Sorry, I'm just looking for my dog. He's behind me. And so, I had a next door neighbor. He's still kind of going in and out. He wasn't fully here yet. And he had a package outside by his garage for about 2 days. Fortunately, it got stolen. It's a lot of construction crew around here. It probably was one of them late at night, because that's the only reason anyone would be up here in this neighborhood. So unfortunately, I hadn't had my cameras installed at the time, and so that was another reason. I work remote, so packages don't really stay outside of my home too long. So that's a blessing for me, but I also want to make sure I have cameras that can deter other individuals from stealing not only my packages, but my next door neighbor packages as well. So, and now, I think that's going to help benefit, of course, also live by a sheriff. He lives next door, so ironically. So I think though everything is going to be secure. But anyways, first thing, I want to talk about all the accessories I got. And this is pretty much just, what I think of it so far and my experience. So just to test out Ring, I want to get the Ring Doorbell Pro. So that is a two-way talk device with a 1080p HD camera. Pretty cool stuff. So in order to get this installed, there's different versions. They have a battery rechargeable version as well as a wired version. This is important. I got the wired version. The battery rechargeable version is fine. But depending on how many people walk by your house, how many motion events it captures, that's battery is using, because it's recording, it's processing, it's doing a lot of things. It also has Alexa communication. So if it's doing that, that's more battery power being utilized. The battery, depending on the traffic around your home, it may last maybe a month or two, but after that month or two, you're gonna have to come out of here, take the cap off, take the battery out, recharge it, put it back in. Some people don't want to do that so frequently. And I have another device that is like that, so I didn't want to have that for two devices. As well as my original doorbell was powered. And this is why I use the wired connection, and I recommend you do use the wired connection if you can. First thing, see if your doorbell is powered. Does it light up at night? Or is it just a doorbell connected mechanically to the chime? See if it lights up. If it's lit, then it's powered. Next, Ring supports 16-volt battery or doorbell transformer power and above. I verified that my transformer was 16 volts exactly, which is the minimum that Ring supports. So do that. Make sure your doorbell chime and your battery transformer for your doorbell is at least 16 volts, because that's important. If not, you will have to get a new transformer to even get this thing to work properly. Keep that in mind. So mine worked out fine. Instructions were really simple. Really, you don't need to be any crazy electrician or anything to install this. Just follow instructions. step by step. So firstly, main thing, I'm going to summarize it. They give you a battery module to connect to the chime in your home. That gives the Ring camera a little bit more power above the 16 volts. It's a 2 cords usually are connected to, or 2 wires connected to your doorbell, power, ground. All I did was disconnect it from the other doorbell, connected it back to the back of the Ring camera, continued to follow the instructions, screwed it in properly. Works fine now. I can see 1080p video. I get notifications on my phone every time someone comes to the door. If a package is left at the door and it recognizes the package, it lets me know with a notification that a package is at your door. It is really cool. I've used it to talk to my mom when she's came to visit. Two-way talk, I can hear clear. Great product. I recommend it. At least if you can wire it, it's great. I haven't had any issues with it, thank God. Someone next door tried to do it and they had some issues, but mine is working perfectly. So that's one thing. So that's the Ring Doorbell Camera Pro. They have different versions. They have a Plus. I think they have a regular doorbell. Just see which ones you like. Some of them have better cameras, better features. You know, you don't have to get the bigger or the best. I just, I figured I'm going to be in this home for a while, and it was only like an additional maybe $50, $60. I wanted to make sure my home was as secure as possible, so I went with the Pro. So that's the first product I got. Let's move on to the next. All right, so next product is right here. I got a Ring Spotlight Plus camera. Camera is pretty cool. So why did I get this? Well, like I said, my neighbor package got stolen, and there's a dead zone from my front doorbell and my garage area. I can't see the whole garage as well as the side entry point of my home. So I wanted to make sure I had a camera that extended towards the street as well as I can see the other side of the yard. This way I can see if there's any traffic going in and out of my backyard, as well as kind of monitor the front of my neighbor's home just in case some shady characters were to come back. Why do I like this? Well, this camera is actually battery powered. They do have a wired camera. I decided to get the battery because the wire would have took a little bit more effort and more work, and 2-3 months of changing it is not that bad. I have it set that it doesn't activate all the time. So if it experiences a motion event, it's going to record that event, and then it's going to delay until the next event happens and the spotlight comes on. So it's going to try to conserve as much battery as it can, and that's how I'm going to make it so that I'm not recharging it, so frequently. Keep in mind, I also have my doorbell camera, so I can still see a lot of the area, just not over there. But as long as something is being monitored, I'm fine with that. So why do I like that one? Well, it gives off a light. It shines a light in my driveway, which is great. Another deterrent. It was easy to set up. I think the hardest thing wasn't really the camera itself. It was making sure that I pretty much had to drill into the side of my home through the material, and that took a little bit more time and effort. Luckily, I had a drill because I couldn't just screw it on. I didn't have wood, and I couldn't just screw it in place. It wouldn't work that way. So that probably took me the longest time. Once I got it set up, very easy. I recharged the battery in the house. It took about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Came back outside, plugged it in, good to go. Great camera, also two-way talk, good spotlight, good visibility, great camera. So those are the two things I started off with, the two cameras, the doorbell camera and the spotlight outside. Keep in mind, my doorbell camera is a blue. Typically Ring cameras are silver, but they do have different face plates with different colors. Because my door is kind of a blue color, I decided to get the blue face plate. It was free with the purchase as well, so that's why it's blue. You probably don't see a lot of those. Next thing is the alarm system. This is totally different than the cameras, kind of, but I got an alarm system. So the Ring alarm comes with 8 pieces. I'm gonna try to remember these, but it comes with a base station, pretty much the router, as you may say, of the alarm system. It's kind of the hub of how everything is connected. So it comes with that. It comes with a extender. So if you put the hub upstairs or downstairs and you have devices upstairs, downstairs, you want to make sure those devices are connected to it easily, and there's no delay in communication. It's kind of like a Wi-Fi network. You want to make sure they're connected. So I have the hub upstairs in our loft area. I have the extender downstairs near the garage door. This way I'm still getting that connection because I have door sensors downstairs. So we have a hub, we have a extender, we have 4 door sensors. So if a door opens, it will initiate a chime from the hub. That's 4, so that's 6. Then I also, gosh, I can't think of the other ones. I'm sorry.
A few moments later.
Sorry, I forgot. Came with a motion sensor. I put that in our upstairs area, overlooking our staircase, as kind of just another security area. And also came with a keypad, so you can mount this to a wall near your front door and your garage door, or you can just leave it on a counter table in the kitchen, wherever you feel you may be. This way you can just enter a code that you set and hit away, just like the traditional alarm systems are utilized. So it came with those 8 pieces. Got those installed. I will say connecting the pieces was not difficult. I had an issue getting the hub set up, which is the first thing that you have to set up. And I looked on Google, and this is happening to a lot of people. So if you decide to get a Ring alarm system, keep in mind you may experience this issue. Hopefully they have a software update or something in the near term that will fix this. I don't know, but this is what I experienced. So open the box, follow the instructions, try to get it connected. It said it was a software update available and it needed to update. It was updating. I never used this product, so I don't know how long the updates take. Next thing I know, it's been about 40 minutes. I'm like, okay. Unfortunately, I can't set up anything else while the hub is still updating. I can't get the door sensors operating correctly. I can't do the keypad. Nothing will work because the hub is not ready to go. So I went on Google, found out that a lot of people are having this issue. Sometimes you got to reset it. Sometimes you got to take the battery pack out for 60 seconds, put it in. Sometimes you just have to just let it run and see it, and maybe tomorrow it'll work. I did everything. I took the battery pack out. I tried Ethernet instead of Wi-Fi because you have the option. I reset it multiple times, didn't work. I don't know. So I reset it one time, took the battery pack out, just let it sit for a while, maybe about 5 minutes, reinstalled the battery pack, the power cable, and it worked. I don't know why. I can't even tell you what made it work. I just did everything that I saw on Google. Not one thing worked. Like I tried to follow someone, didn't work. Tried to follow someone else, didn't work. So then I just did stuff and it finally worked. So if you guys get it, just beware. That may happen to you. Hopefully it doesn't. Some people it just works fine. But others, they run across the same issue I had. So just keep that in mind. Once the hub is set up, you literally just take the plastic wrap off the battery. It just lights up and you put the door sensors wherever you need them. It's cool, easy to set up. Just follow the instructions. You have to charge the keypad and some other things, some other devices. But other than that, it's pretty cool. The alarm is, so for the alarm, you have a monthly subscription that you can do. Basic plan, I think it's like a plus plan, a pro plan. The pro plan gives you access to police and things of that nature. So if the alarm goes off, someone will call you, ask you for the password or ask you if you're in danger. If you are or whatever, or you don't answer, they're going to send authorities to your address. The plus, and you also, your video cameras, all that stuff has unlimited storage, so it always records. You can always get back that storage. The plus comes with the video storage, but it doesn't come with the authorities. But it will sound off an alarm in the house. You will get notifications on your phone. You will have recordings on your phone and things like that, but it will not send authorities. So keep that in mind. That's $10 a month. The authorities is $20 a month. That's the only difference between those two packages. And then you have a basic plan, which really I don't recommend. I think it's like maybe $4 or $5 a month, but it just gives you one camera that you can record video on. If you have multiple cameras, it will not keep that video recorded. You still can look at the video, talk and all that stuff, but it will not record any motion that it sees. So I wouldn't recommend that. If you do the $10 a month, you have recording for all your devices. And if you have a lot of cameras, you probably want all that recording from the cameras. Lastly, I also have a camera called I'll also have a camera inside, a stick-up cam is what they call it, wired. I have that sitting in the kitchen. That looks at my back door. So if that ever opens or we're away from the house, if it sees motion, it will send an alarm to my phone as well as, sound the alarm in the house. So that's everything I have. Do I recommend it? Yes. Right now, I did experience a few hiccups, but right now the thing is, the system and everything is working perfectly fine. I'm not running into any major issues right now. You know, things could change, and if you guys want me to do an update, you know, in a year, not a year, but maybe like a month or 2, 4 months down the line, let me know. I'll let you know how the sensors are, how they're doing, how long the rechargeable battery for the spotlight cam lasted. I'll let you know. Also, did want to let you know they do have a solar panel for that outside or outdoor spotlight cam. So if you're scared that your rechargeable battery is depleting too fast or rapidly, if you're in a very high sunny environment like me, you could get this spotlight solar panel that connects to it. I didn't want to do that just because it's in the front of my home, and where the camera is located, it just kind of would have looked kind of tacky with the solar panel right there. And I honestly don't think a lot of sun would have been able to reach the solar panel if it's not really like higher up or on the roof. So I decided not to go that route. But you may be in an area or in the backyard or something where people are not really seeing it, and the solar panel may can get a lot of sun from there. You know, you evaluate that if you decide to do this. But I definitely would recommend it. Great so far. I would do a status update maybe, you know, 3-4 months from now, let you know if I've came up or experienced any other issues. Sorry, it's a bird, damn crow chirping in the background. But yeah, so that's all I have. I think right now it didn't take hard to set up this system, although the systems are probably similar as far as how the connectivity and setup process, but Ring has made it very easy to set things up. The hub was the only issue that I experienced, and if you don't experience that, everything is very smooth. Everything is working. I've tested the alarms. If doors open when we're home or away, things go off. It seems to be working perfectly fine. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you guys. If you made it this far, you're great. You're awesome. Thank you for watching this video, and until next time, Gary out. Peace.